Success as a real estate agent. Okay. Gaining confirmation. After you've conveyed your benefits to the sellers, pause to confirm that they understand and agree with the points you've made. Do this through a confirmation close or trial close, using the following scripts as a guide. Do you see how our company delivers the benefit of greater exposure and higher probability of sale for your clients? Is that what you want? Do you see why we have such a large market share? And does it make sense how our market dominance benefits you? Do you want that type of edge in the marketplace? Do you see the advantages our sellers have in today's market because of the increased exposure we provide through our technology platform? Presenting prices. The moment you receive confirmation that the prospect understands the unique benefits you deliver, move into the value segment of your presentation, during which you share your findings regarding the value of prospect's property. This portion of the presentation to take only about 20% of the meeting time. You make your clear recommendation, present the strong, concise ritual behind it, and seek the prospect's agreement. Keep it short by following these advice. Don't use too many comps. Keep it simple while you tell the truth about the value of the home. I'm a firm advocate for telling the prospects a single price or a very small range of difference. If you're a little unsure, give a range, but keep a very tight range, not a 50,000 variance. After presenting your recommendation of value, ask the prospects if they understand why their home is worth the amount you recommended. Asking this question is the surest way to learn whether your prospects agree with your number. An alternate tact is to prepare a full net proceeds sheet which shows the list price minus all closing costs. Walk them through each cost of closing based on the price you suggest. Then when you get to the bottom line, the estimate of how many dollars will go into their pockets, ask, is there enough to get you where you want to go? Proceed to the close based on the answer you receive. Sometimes prospects agree with your recommendation, sometimes they don't, and sometimes they want to negotiate the number. If they agree, the gate is open for you to go for the close and to get their signatures on the listing agreement. If they say no or want to negotiate, you have to find out how far apart you are. Ask them what they'll do if they can't get the extra money they're hoping for, and why do they feel your number falls short? Is their price goal based on the down payment requirement on the next home they're buying, or on their desire to obtain an 80% loan to value mortgage to avoid mortgage insurance? You can only work on solutions if you know your prospect's frame of references, their financial objectives, and the reasons behind their pricing needs. If you don't gain agreement on value, you have an appointment challenge you need to overcome. Your job is to come to a meeting of the minds. There's no point in going through until you can arrive at agreement on the value. There's a difference between value and price. What are you doing is determining the value of the home based on today's market conditions. That's why you don't go into the discussion of price until you agree on value. You want to separate those two areas, value and price. If I'm going to talk about the price, I might start a pricing strategies until I have agreement on value. They might say to you, well, I want to start at a higher price. You could say to them, we can discuss this option in a few minutes. Right now, we have to be clear on what the marketplace is saying to you on the value of your home. Going for the close. As soon as you have an agreement on value, go for the close and get a signed contract. You may be thinking, when do I tell them about the marketing plan? You weave that into the discussion of why they should hire you. Most agents spend too long going over the marketing of the home. The days of I do this and this and this are long over. You can integrate your marketing info and connect prospects to the related benefits, but just doing 15 minutes on your marketing plan is effective. The listing presentation is about the results you achieve. If your key statistics and the distinguishing benefits of doing business with you aren't strong enough, no marketing plan will fill the gap. Prove that you and your company are the best. Convince the sellers of their home's value. Know their expectations of service and results and guarantee that you'll meet and exceed them. Then close the contract. Closing is the natural ending to a great presentation. Making your presentation useful and interesting and engaging. Most agent presentations put sellers to sleep, mainly because most presentations lack interest, usefulness, and structure. The presentation advice in the preceding section provides all you need to know to overcome the structure and usefulness issues to increase the interest quotient. Follow this advice. Use presentation technology. Put your presentation on the slide check. That means PowerPoint, Google Suite, or something else that has a visual component. You need to engage the seller in a selling experience that's not exclusively dominant on your words. The slides should be geographically appealing and contain more than just words. You need images too for your example. If you're using testimonials from former clients, use an image of them in their new home. Or better yet, take a video of them expressing how well you performed and play it during your presentation. The former clients will connect with your prospects. The seller will think, hey, we're just like them. The testimonial video will sell you better than you can sell yourself. Share market knowledge. Become a student of the local marketplace and share meaningful statistics. Also track trends in the national marketplace, both to enlighten and your prospects and distinguish yourself as a well-read, well-connected, and well-informed agent. Ask questions. Listen in the typical listening presentation and you'll hear the agent talking 80% of the time with the prospect hardly getting a word in edgewise. I guarantee you that the seller finds that monogonal uninteresting. Watch the clock. Don't let your presentation run too long, and don't save the information the seller most wants to receive until the very end. If you put your price recommendation at the very end of a 19 or 90-minute presentation during which you did 80% of the talking, you can pretty well predict that your seller will be turned out. What the prospect has to say is more important than what you have to say. Great salespeople do less than 25% of the talking. You already know all that you need to know about what you're thinking. You need to learn what your prospects think, know, and desire so you can match your service to their wants and needs. Keeping your presentation focused and targeted. Let's get to the point. A 90-minute presentation is neither short nor sweet. What in the world an agent finds to talk about for 90 minutes, I have no idea. But I do know that sellers don't want to sit through a 90-minute appointment, and they most certainly don't want to listen to an agent for that long. Within the first few minutes of the appointment, inform your sellers that your listing presentation will take no more than 45 minutes. Based on my own experience, I can tell you that more than half of the sellers will thank you when you tell them that your presentation will be brief. Many times I've had clients thank me again when I was walking out the door with the signed contract, sharing their appreciation that I wasn't there all night. A good brief presentation results from a prior structure, a clear presentation, a plan, and knowledge of what to say and how to convey it. Many agents translate the term structure and plan to mean canned presentation, they say, and I don't want to sound mechanical and scripted. People sound mechanical and scripted for a lack of practice, not because they have a pattern or a process to follow. In fact, most companies require professional service providers to follow plans. For example, when I board a plane later this week, you can bet that I want the pilot to follow me a canned pre-flight checklist, landing checklist, flight plan, and so on. I want the attorney who defends me to have well-constructed or planned legal briefs, questions, and agreements. Sorry, I'm sort of struggling through the reading process here, even like hitting my chest and whatnot. I'm gonna take a little break ski, and we'll come back to this later. Thank you so much for giving attention to success as a real estate agent. Check out my other video.